welcome. Thanks for joining me. So, have you ever felt like or thought you're too busy to breathe or too busy to meditate, too busy to be present? That is what I wanted to talk about today. Uh, I've interacted with a lot of people who feel like it's hard to be present. It's hard to be the watcher of the thoughts, the stories. It's hard not to get sucked into them. And so I really want to address that today. I'm going to call it a very teeny, tiny, minuscule little limiting belief. And your ego is really attached to this belief. Like, I call it sort of like a Jedi mind trick, kind of like the Darth Vader type, because it's very backwards. It takes a lot of work to think, to analyze, to rationalize. It takes a ton of work not to be present. And when you're not present, your body gets drained. Your mind gets scattered. People that aren't fully present tend to be the ones who have the most stress, anxiety, depression, overwhelm. It really is the key, being present and aware to really so much of everything. If you don't have that foundation, it just makes your life a lot harder. So, presence. Let's just start with the basics. I always share that my entryway into the now moment, into my presence, is by feeling my breath and feeling my presence. You could say feeling. Because when you are fully feeling, you are not thinking. It's impossible to be fully melded and merged with that sense of feeling and thinking simultaneously. You can feel and think about it, feel and think about it, feel and think about it, because the mind does move pretty fast. So, it's not that we fight our thoughts. It's not like we try not to think. You simply feel your breath and your presence, or whatever other favorite way you have of entering that timeless space within you, and then you're not thinking, okay? Being present, being silent, being aware, alert, being fully here now is the absence of work. It is the ultimate effortlessness. All you have to do is be alert and aware. You can feel your breath, feel your presence as I'll call it an action to keep you in this now moment. But it's like being on vacation in your mind, in your own body. You're just in your own little world with your breath and your presence, and you got nothing to think about. You got nothing to do. In this space, here's why it's so effortless. It's so effortless, in fact, that your mind, again, will try to justify. And it's not the mind, it's the ego, the identities, it's the aspects, it's these programs that we've built. I really got to think about this. You got to think it through. I really got to analyze the situation and make sure I'm making the right decision, right? So we learned this. And then at some point you wake up really to your eternal presence and essence, and you realize that beyond intellect, beyond thoughts, beyond things that we've learned and programmed and memorized into our brain, that we have this divine wisdom, this limitless divine wisdom, and our own knowingness that arises when we're present. So as we go beyond that, it is the utmost of effortlessness. Now, to address the little Jedi mind, because, we're not suffering and leaving the body and crossing over. We are kind of like reincarnating in the same body. So we need to take the mind with us so we can bring this essence, our eternal presence, through everyday life. So we don't want to deny the mind or deny the thoughts. They're very important. Thinking is an essential part of life, but it's it's when we're in this stillness, this silence, this presence, this isness, whatever people call it. It doesn't, silence or stillness doesn't mean you're not talking, you're not moving, you're not taking action. It's an internal state where it's like there might be thoughts, there might be stories, you might be aware of energies, but you're in your own stillness of awareness of it all simultaneously. So this stillness is not to deny the thoughts. And you might, in your space of stillness, go, oh, I definitely feel like I want to take that vacation. I'm going to use the mind now, and I'm going to Google, and I'm going to research. I'm going to tune in, maybe. Intuition's a whole other thing in that knowingness. But we will need to use the mind. Take out a calculator, look up your bank account, see how, look at the options. It is important not to deny your mind. As you're in this stillness, as I've talked a lot, it's like the energy opens up. The thoughts are more out here. The energies are out here. The more you practice this presence, the more things are further away. They're not like glued onto you. It's like you can observe it much more easily, and you don't need to, and it's important not to, try to give stories, good thought, bad thought, this story, that story, label things, define things. You can just sit back and relax in this effortlessness. This is the effortless now. Being present is the easiest thing you could ever do. Now, what happens when we sit here and go, that's it, I'm just going to be present. I'm going to feel my breath. I'm going to feel my presence, however you feel it, through your body, through the room, through wherever. And as you do this, of course, these old programs from the mind will come back. So let's use one as an example. So first of all, one big belief is I'm too busy to be present. I've got too much to do. I've got too much to worry about. Whatever thought it is, it's like it's going to come and try to pull you out of this now moment. It's going to tug on you. Oh, no. We got to think about this. We got to worry about this. And this is where we do bring the mind along. So this is not to deny how important it is to, we'll say, comprehend these beliefs through the mind. So this is a belief, I need to worry, or I need to go do something, or whatever. And that's where, when we're in our presence, that knowingness, that wisdom arises more and more, and we can look at this and go, you want me to think about tomorrow? I'm totally perfect right now. Tomorrow doesn't exist. In fact, why would I worry about tomorrow? If I worry, it's going to take a whole lot of effort. It's going to cause me stress. I'm going to feel scattered. I'm not going to be in my body. It's going to drain my body of life force, which my body would like right now. It's going to take all this energy. It's going to start growing and spiraling, and it's going to create all this tension and constrict my blood vessels. Okay, so do I want to worry? How is it actually going to help tomorrow? Okay, then we become aware, it's not actually beneficial, because you're not taking action. It's just a bunch of thought. And you say, no, I'm not worrying. I'm not going to do this. And you just hit the delete button on this belief. Delete. Worrying does not benefit me. That doesn't mean that if you have some issue, like we'll just say your rent is due in 3 days and you haven't paid it yet, and this thought comes up, you can either say, I'm going to do this right now and take action. If there's action to be taken, you take action. Or you might write it down. There, it's on my list for tomorrow morning. I need not think about this. That happens, but most of people's thinking and worrying is stuff that need not be addressed. And so you hit that delete button. Delete. And it doesn't mean that it's going to go away right now, because these programs are deep. You have deep grooves, deep patterning. And again, going back to when that was the way we operated before we woke up to our divine intelligence, our divine wisdom, and did everything through the mind. So let's not fight or battle or be upset about the patterning of these thoughts, because you're going to hit the delete button, and that's not going to be it. It's going to come back later. It's going to come back again and again and say, oh my God, I have this thing going on. I want to worry about it. And you're going to feel this pull. And that's where you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember I decided it really doesn't compliment me. That's like your wisdom. It doesn't compliment me. Delete. It's going to come back again and again. Are you sure? Are you sure we don't need to do this? Are you sure? Because at one point, this is how we survived. So it's like, thanks, but no thanks. There's no battle here. You're honoring it was created for a reason, and you're just hitting the delete. And as you do this over and over, they only really can keep coming back if you're feeding them, if you're energizing them. You are the creator of your thoughts, of your emotions. You created them with your own beliefs, and now you are the uncreator. So as you choose differently, it's like you're reprogramming your own mind. You literally are reprogramming the mind and the brain. And so it just takes, the repatterning takes a while. It takes that consistency and patience and kindness and love for yourself of just going, it's okay. Nope. Oh no, we're not doing that. Nope, not doing that. No biggie, not doing that. And eventually it just sort of dissolves away. And it's like a faint little memory of a thing once in a while. And you kind of laugh and go, yeah, we definitely don't do that anymore. And then it just disappears from your reality. And notice, all we really had to do is sit back, breathe, be aware, be present. Oh no, by now your wisdom is probably such that you recognize going into the past or the future is not necessary unless you really feel there's something I need to resolve. Now, if you are like, there is something I am stuck on that I need to resolve, what I will highly encourage you to do is take yourself a little notepad, whatever, here, find a bigger one, sit down and work it out with your mind. Is there anything I could have done different? What would I do today? What are the emotions and what is the truth? What is this? What is that? Spend an hour, 3 hours. If you need to sit down for 5 hours, work it out to the point where you say, I have no more mental energy there's nothing more to solve here. Okay? Give your mind a sandwich to chew on. It's like, all right, fine. You want to think about this? We're going to think about it and we are going to work it out to the point where, okay, so I did the best I could. And if this happened today, I'd probably do things differently. If it's something from the past, usually, always we're constantly growing and evolving. So we might say, well, today I would do this or today I would do that, but that was then, this is now, or yeah, they did this happened, quote, to me, and there's nothing, thinking about it isn't going to change anything. You just decide that you work it out through the mind, and then you come to a point, toss it in the fire pit, and you say, I'm done thinking about this. Boom. And you just hit that delete button. So that's delete button for the future, delete button for the past. Then you come back, and every time that thought comes back, an old story, it could be a sad story, a bad story. It could be I was the greatest, life was so good back then, whatever. It's going to be polarized, most likely, if it keeps coming. It's got a lot of energy, duality, drama, has a lot of juicy energy in it. So every time it comes back now, you can go, oh no, I already took care of you, remember? No, I got no more juice to give you. I've given you all the energy. You know what? I prefer to move forward with my life now. And you just say, no, delete. And every time it comes back around, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And you're going to be like, yeah, pretty soon it's going to be a faint little gleam of a memory that you can laugh because you see that you're free without it, and now new things can bloom in your life. So once again, we took a little effort to work it out, but then we sat back here in our presence and our awareness. A lot of times people will say, I have a busy job, I have a busy life, I got too much going on, I can't be present. That is the exact time to be present. I kind of made a joke with a friend several months ago. I said, when I was working, it's like I had a militant approach to presence, which is kind of funny, but it served me. I would get up early every morning and get really present within myself and say, like, I'm not going to lose this awareness now. I would breathe, feel my presence, feel everything here now. No opinions, no thoughts, no personalities, no identities, no yesterday, no tomorrow, no additives, pure awareness. And then I would go to work and I would stay there kind of stubbornly, which I think my stubbornness has assisted me on this journey. So don't judge your your quirks, right? My stubbornness has proved to be my friend. And so I would stay totally aware and breathe and almost like a robotic thing, but I just knew if I did that, I could just stay disengaged, not detached, not like a la 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 la, but I could watch everything as awareness without having to make decisions, judgments, beliefs, opinions. This is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. Why is this person doing that? You can just literally watch it from that state of presence. And as you do that, once again, your presence opens up. Your energy field opens. Your essence just keeps flowing in the absence of thought when you are in your body, and it expands and expands and expands. And your wisdom and your knowingness arises, and your passion for life. And in that space, there are times, I will give you the little clue here about your mind. There are times when you're in this space and you're about to have a breakthrough. Your mind's going to be like, this is stupid, this is boring, like, rah, rah, rah. Or get really restless, like, because it's not getting fed. It's not getting that big sandwich that we gave it before. You're letting all those old past and future things, you're starving the energy, right? And so it's all collapsing into the now moment. And as you do this, also as your presence is expanding and expanding and expanding, you're literally expanding your eternal essence, your spirit, your whatever you want to call it, creator consciousness through the physical form. And as it expands outward, you feel lighter, you feel more expansive. Again, the thoughts are way far away now. They're not all like interwoven and glued into your psyche. And it's effortless. There's no work. There's no looking back at yesterday, analyzing, reworking, trying to unwind, trying to figure out work. There's so much in this that is about, going back to past lives and going back to this. If you're in this, you don't actually have to do really almost any of that. You can kind of take a quantum leap over all the work if you just stay in your presence. And then with the future, again, trying to figure out, control, manipulate. That's all your ego. Trying to control, manage, manipulate, plan, set goals, set intentions. Goals and intentions are beautiful, but it is all through the mind. It's all through the ego. And if you wipe the slate on that and say, maybe I don't need that and stay here, the knowingness of what to do, your passion will arise within you without having to set a mental plan. So again, all that work, manipulating, controlling, setting it, it takes a lot of work. So if you think you're too busy or it's too much work to be present, it's the opposite. And as you are fully present and relaxed into yourself, no work, no effort, no agendas, no goals, no big plans, nothing I really got to do, have to do, nothing I have to be, nothing, you're in that divine perfection of the present moment. Really feeling how perfect this moment is, because there's nothing wrong in the now moment. Unless you are literally on fire right now, then, call 911. Unless, you are being attacked right here, right now, there is nothing wrong. If there is, it's all up here in the mind. Sometimes we have odd sensations in the body, I'll give you that. But being anchored in this perfection of the now moment, and like I said, that holiday from having to work and effort and struggle and figure out and worry and blah blah blah, it is an absolute state of ease and grace. So can you allow your life to be that easy? That's really what this belief is and why it stays anchored in. Are you attached to working, to struggling, to suffering? What if you didn't have to struggle or suffer or work so hard anymore? Could your ego handle that? Because it is, I've had times where my mind is like, there's nothing I have to do. I'm dying. So can you be effortless? Can you handle that much grace and easiness in your life? It's not too much work. It's the easiest thing you could ever do. And watch how all the belief systems, as you sit back and relax in the now moment, as the awareness, your presence grows and grows, it highlights all these belief systems. And like that one little tunnel vision of it's too hard to be present, I'm too busy. When that collapses, suddenly you can be present everywhere, anywhere, with anyone, anytime. Your whole world starts to open up. So as belief systems start to crumble, your world starts to shift. Let's take a deep breath together. Feel your breath all the way in, all the way out, and then just feel your presence come right through your heart level. You might feel warmth, energy moving, tingling. You may feel it all down your spine, into your hips, your legs, your feet, expanding into the room. You might just feel into the palms of your hands, feel the energy there. There's no right way, no wrong way. It's really about feeling. We'll end this video right back, full circle, from the beginning to the end. The best way for me to enter this state of presence, of beingness, of awareness is feeling my breath and feeling my presence, which is just feeling, fully feeling through the body. And sometimes then really feeling beyond as well. So I hope you find the ease in this if you choose an easy, effortless life, if you choose not to suffer, struggle, work super hard. Enjoy your breath and your presence. Namaste.